Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the penny, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. What if I told you that one of the most ordinary coins in your collection could actually be worth thousands of dollars? That something as small and overlooked as a penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, could be the most valuable thing in your home right now. It sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because today we're talking about a specific penny. Not just any penny. A 2009 Lincoln penny, pulled straight from a US mint-proof set, and this little coin is causing serious shockwaves in the coin collecting world. You see, 2009 was a very special year for the Lincoln cent. It marked the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln penny itself. To honor this historic occasion, the US Mint didn't just stick to the usual coin design. They went above and beyond. They released 4 completely new reverse designs, each one capturing a different chapter in Lincoln's remarkable life. These coins weren't just minted, they were crafted to tell a story. A story of a young boy born in a Kentucky log cabin, a teenager growing up in the forests of Indiana, a rising professional shaping his career in Illinois, and finally, the great president leading the nation from Washington, D.C. But while these designs were already exciting for collectors, something even more valuable was quietly being created behind the scenes. The US Mint also released proof versions of these coins. Not the kind you'd find in your pocket change. These were minted under high-pressure conditions with polished dies and specially prepared blanks. Each coin struck multiple times, giving it that deep, mirror-like finish and flawless detail that screams quality. These proof coins were only available in special sets. No circulation. No grocery store cash registers. Just sealed packages for collectors sold by the mint. But here's where the story really takes a turn. Some of these 2009 proof pennies, when examined and professionally graded, have been discovered to be in absolutely perfect condition. Not just good, not even excellent, but flawless. No nicks, no scratches, no marks even under magnification. The grading companies call this perfection PR70 Deep Cameo, the holy grail of proof coins. And the people lucky enough to own one of these perfect 2009 pennies? Well, they're not just collectors anymore, they're making serious money. Because a perfect 2009 Lincoln penny from one of these proof sets isn't worth 1 cent. It's not even worth 100. Or 1,000. These coins have sold for as much as $2,700. And in the most extreme, jaw-dropping cases, up to $39,000. Yes, that's right. $39,000 for a single penny. That kind of money for a coin most people wouldn't even bother to bend over and pick up off the ground. Imagine this. Somewhere in a box, a drawer, or a forgotten collection, someone has one of these proof pennies. Maybe it's already in your house. Maybe you've seen it and thought nothing of it. Maybe it's sitting in a folder with coins you inherited, or in a proof set you bought years ago and never opened again. That's what makes this story so incredible. These aren't coins locked away in museums. They're not in vaults or on display behind glass. They're in homes. In regular proof sets that thousands of people across the country still have. And some of them are worth more than a car. More than a college semester. More than some people make in an entire year. And what's even crazier? The copper in these proof pennies is different from the regular ones. The US Mint struck these proof coins using the original 1909 formula, 95% copper. Not the cheap zinc core with a copper wash like today's circulating cents. That makes them even more desirable. It's like owning a piece of living history, but with the price tag of a luxury item. Every day, more collectors are waking up to the fact that these coins are worth real money. Auction houses are seeing demand surge. Collectors are hunting for them online. Dealers are watching the market climb. And through all of it, these tiny copper coins are changing hands, not for a penny, but for thousands of dollars. And the moment someone opens an old proof set and discovers one in pristine condition, well, that's another life changed by a coin most people have ignored for years. This is not hype. This is not a myth. These are real coins, real collectors, and real dollars changing hands. A 2009 penny, from a proof set, has sold for as much as $39,000. And that's not a fluke. That's because it's perfect. It's rare. It's historical. And it's deeply wanted in the collector world. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to have one. You just need to know what to look for. You just need to go back and take a closer look at the coins you already owe W&So before you dismiss that old coin folder, before you toss that penny aside, before you give away that proof set to someone else. Stop. Look again. Because hidden in those little copper coins is a story worth telling. And in some cases, a fortune worth finding. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and share this with anyone you know who has a coin collection, or might be sitting on a 2009 penny that could be worth $2,700 to $39,000. Because yes, sometimes a penny really can change your life. Top 2. What if I told you the one thing that could completely change your financial life is sitting in a box, in a drawer, or in a dusty closet, and you've walked right past it hundreds of times? Not in your bank account. Not in crypto. Not in stocks. No, it's in a proof set. A United States Mint proof set from 1974. And inside it? One tiny copper coin, a penny. But not just any penny. The 1974 Lincoln cent, and believe it or not, this 1-cent coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. Sounds crazy, right? But this isn't fantasy. This is fact. Because while millions of people are still sleeping on their old proof sets, a handful of collectors and dealers are making serious money, real, life-changing money, off of a single coin that most people overlook every day. Let me be clear. This is not the average penny you find in your change. This isn't the worn-out coin with nicks and smudges that's been tossed around for decades. This is the 1974 Lincoln penny from AU.S. proof set, minted under extreme precision, crafted with care, and sealed in a protective case meant for collectors. It's crisp, it's mirror-like, and when it's flawless, it's explosive in value. Now, 1974 was a fascinating year for the penny. It was the year the U.S. Mint experimented with aluminum cents. It was a time of inflation, metal shortages, and economic uncertainty. And it was a year where the government was seriously thinking about changing the composition of the penny altogether. But one version stood the test of time, the proof copper penny, struck at the San Francisco Mint, only available in those special proof sets. These coins weren't meant for spending. They weren't handed out to the public. They were made for collectors. And that means only a fraction of the population ever had their hands on them. They were minted in smaller numbers, handled with gloves, and packaged in a way that preserved their stunning shine and detail. But here's the twist: even with all that care, very few of them are absolutely perfect. And that's where the jackpot lies. Because in the rarest cases, when these 1974 proof pennies are submitted to professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, they come back with the highest possible grade, PR70 Deep Cameo. That means zero imperfections. A flawless finish. Perfect contrast. And in the world of coin collecting, that kind of perfection is priceless. Now imagine this: someone has one of these sitting in their home right now, completely unaware. Maybe it's your father's coin collection. Maybe it's a set you got as a kid and forgot about. Maybe it's in your attic, or tucked away in a shoebox. And the whole time, it's been holding the power to change your life. That one penny, the 1974 proof penny, if it's in the right condition, if it shines under magnification, if it holds that deep cameo status, can sell for thousands. And not just a few thousand. We're talking about actual auction records. Real-world money changing hands. Coins that have been sold to elite collectors for the kind of prices that make jaws drop. And when you hear those numbers, you'll understand why coin hunters all over the US are scrambling to track these down. Because while everyone else is chasing get-rich-quick schemes, the quiet coin collectors, the smart ones, are cashing in on a coin most people never gave a second thought. That's the beauty of this hobby, and the madness of it. It's a copper penny. 1 cent. But with a perfect strike, deep mirror finish, flawless condition, and maximum grade from a reputable grader? That 1974 proof Lincoln cent transforms into a hidden treasure. And guess what? That treasure has been selling for as much as $2,700 on the low end, and up to a jaw-dropping $86,000 on the high end. Yes, you've heard that right. $86,000. For a single penny. From 1974. Not made of gold. Not encrusted with diamonds. Just flawless copper, locked inside a proof set, waiting for someone like you to recognize its value. This isn't hype. This isn't a rumor. This is the real deal. And it's why collectors across the country are opening every proof set they can find, shining bright lights on these coins, and hoping, praying, for perfection. So ask yourself this: when was the last time you checked your coin collection? When was the last time you opened that old proof set from the 70s? Do you even know where it is? Because if you're one of the lucky few, if you've got that 1974 proof penny, untouched, flawless, and ready to grade, then you're sitting on something incredible. You're sitting on a coin that could bring you $2,700, or maybe even $86,000. And the only thing standing between you and that money is knowing what to look for. Thanks for watching. If this video blew your mind, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin secrets, and share this with anyone who might have proof sets hiding in their home. Because the next person to find a 40-year-old penny worth $86,000 might be someone just like you. And who knew that a single cent could actually be worth a fortune? Top 3. They say 1 cent can't change your life. But that's exactly what's happening across the country right now, because of one very specific penny. And it's not old. It's not rare in the way you might think. It's not covered in rust or locked in a museum. In fact, it might be sitting in your home right now, shining quietly inside a US Mint proof set from 2019. This isn't just a penny, this is a hidden jackpot that's been overlooked by millions. You probably think of pennies as the least valuable coin in your pocket. Left in cars. Dropped on the ground. Tossed in jars and forgotten. But what if I told you that one of them, a 2019 Lincoln penny from a proof set, is turning into one of the most sought-after, high-value collectibles in the entire US coin world? This isn't clickbait. This is happening. Right now, the 2019 Lincoln penny from the US Mint proof set is a perfect storm of beauty, precision, and explosive value. It wasn't made for circulation. It wasn't tossed into cash registers. It wasn't handled by 100 people. These proof coins were specially crafted by the US Mint, struck with extraordinary care using polished dies and mirror-finished planchets. Each coin was struck multiple times for extreme detail. That means what you get isn't just a coin. You get art. You get perfection in metal form. And when one of these is found in flawless condition, it becomes something far more valuable than 1 cent. You see, not every proof penny is perfect. Many have tiny imperfections. Microscopic marks. Little flaws that most people can't even see. But coin grading experts can. And they do. When they find one that's absolutely pristine, a perfect PR70 deep cameo, it becomes a trophy. A piece that collectors will pay anything to own. Because perfection is rare. Even in modern coins. Especially when they're graded, slabbed, and certified to be the absolute best of the best. And that's where the hunger kicks in. Collectors are not just buying these for fun. They're investing. They're competing. They're watching auctions. They're offering premiums. Because a 2019 proof penny, graded at the top, is becoming one of the most shocking modern coin success stories of our time. This coin isn't a century old. It's barely out of its packaging. And yet, it's selling for prices that used to be reserved for gold coins and ancient currency. Why? Because people want the best. They want rarity. They want the flawless coin that no one else has. And when a proof coin earns that PR70 deep cameo label, its value doesn't just rise, it explodes. Think about it. Somewhere right now, someone has a 2019 proof set sitting in a safe. Or a closet. Or a box of random coins they haven't looked at in years. They might not know what they have. They might have no idea that inside that case is a penny worth thousands. They might hand it to a child to play with, give it away at a yard sale, or forget about it completely. Meanwhile, collectors are scouring the market for these coins. They're submitting them for grading in hopes of striking gold. They're hunting for that one perfect 2019 penny, because if they find it, they know exactly what it's worth, and trust me, it's not worth just 1 cent anymore. You want to know the truth? These 2019 proof pennies, when graded at the absolute top, have already sold for prices that most people wouldn't believe. Some lucky collectors have cashed out for $2,700. And in the most perfect, most pristine, top-graded examples, that number has gone even higher, hitting a jaw-dropping $36,000. Yes, $36,000. For a single penny from 2019.so, while the rest of the world shrugs off loose change, ignores the details, and throws pennies into jars, the smart collectors, the sharp-eyed treasure hunters, and the lucky few are cashing in on a coin that still looks brand new. Don't assume it's too late. Don't assume it can't be you. Go back and check your collection. Find that proof set. Take a closer look. Because your 1-cent coin from 2019 might be the most valuable thing you own, and if it's the right one, it could be worth more than your next car, and the next person to discover a penny worth $36,000 could be watching this video right now. So what are you waiting for? Top 4. Where coins aren't just metal, they're money-making machines. Today, I'm going to show you how a simple 1985 Lincoln penny, yes, the kind you probably ignored at the bottom of a drawer, could be worth thousands of dollars. This isn't a fantasy or some clickbait coin myth. We're talking about real, verified collector-backed values. And here's the kicker, some of these coins have been pulled straight from proof sets. So before you toss out your spare change or ignore that old proof set hiding in your closet, stop. Watch this video to the end, because there's a chance you're holding something extremely valuable without even knowing it. Let's dive in. ****, the secret of the 1985 penny ****. Most people think pennies are just pennies. 1 cent practically worthless. But numismatists, that's what we call coin experts, know that the value of a coin isn't just about its face value. It's about rarity, condition, minting errors, and proof quality. And when it comes to the 1985 penny, there's a particular type that has collectors absolutely salivating. We're talking about the 1985 Lincoln penny, the one made with extraordinary precision and care, packaged in special government-issued proof sets. These aren't your ordinary circulation coins. These are mirror-like beauties, struck multiple times on polished dies to create sharp details and deep contrasts. Now here's the exciting part. Some of these proof coins, especially those with flawless surfaces and rare characteristics, are fetching insane prices at auctions and from private collectors. ***, why the 1985 proof penny is special. ***, let's break it down. The 1985 penny from the San Francisco Mint, included in official proof sets, has a brilliant finish and a distinct mint mark, a small s below the date. But not all proof pennies are created equal. Some of these coins come out of the mint with absolutely perfect surfaces. We're talking PR69 and PR70 grades, which are the coin world's version of perfection. These coins are struck to be nearly flawless, with zero visible imperfections even under magnification. Others have unique errors or die varieties that make them extremely valuable to collectors. And because these coins were never meant for circulation, the ones that survived in pristine condition are incredibly rare, and their prices are climbing like never before. ***, real numbers. Real money ***. So, what kind of money are we talking about? Let's get real. Recent auctions and sales have revealed that some of these 1985 proof pennies, especially those graded at the highest possible levels or those with ultra cameo contrast, have sold for serious money. Now, I promise you numbers, and here they are. Some collectors have paid as much as $2,700 for an exceptional example of this coin. But wait for it. There are rare versions, pristine, perfect, almost surreal in quality, that have sold for as much as $69,000. Yes, you heard that. Right, $69,000. That's not a typo. That's a penny, a single, 1-cent coin, worth more than most brand new luxury cars. Do you have one? Here's how to check ***. So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1985 penny is worth that kind of money? Here's what to do. 1. Check for the S mint mark. That tells you it's from a proof set. Point 2. Look at the condition. Is it flawless? No scratches, nicks, or blemishes. 3. Does it have deep mirror-like fields with frosted features? That's called a cameo or ultra cameo finish, and it adds value. Point 4. Get it graded. Sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC is the best way to know its true value. And if you've got one of those ultra-rare, high-grade proof coins, you could be sitting on thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Don't miss your chance. Coins like these don't come around every day. And the demand for rare proof pennies is only going up. Collectors are searching, investors are watching, and values are skyrocketing. If you've got a 1985 proof set, go dig it out right now. Take a close look at that penny. You might just be holding a tiny treasure worth thousands. Remember, not all pennies are created equal. And sometimes, one small coin can change your entire financial story. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button, share with a fellow collector or curious friend, and subscribe for more money-making coin secrets every week. Until next time, keep checking your change. Your next big payday could be hiding in your pocket. Top 5. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, this thing can't be worth anything more than 1 cent? Well, get ready to change the way you see your spare change, because the 1980 American penny, the one from a US mint proof set, is turning heads in the collector world, and turning ordinary people into cash-holding believers. That little coin sitting quietly in an old proof set might be worth more than your laptop, your TV, or even your car. And if you've got the right one, the exact right one, we're not talking about a couple $100. We're talking thousands. Serious, wallet-fattening, bank account-boosting money. And here's the best part, it's real. This isn't some collector's fantasy or internet rumor. These 1980 proof pennies have shown up at auctions, shocked experts, and sold for mind-blowing amounts. So before you toss that set aside or let that shiny penny gather dust in a drawer, you need to know exactly what to look for, because you could be holding a literal jackpot. Now let's get into what makes this tiny copper beauty so incredibly valuable. The 1980 penny from a proof set is not like the regular ones people spent every day back in the 80s. No. These were made with precision and care by the San Francisco Mint. If you've ever opened a US mint proof set, you know these coins shine like mirrors. They were struck using special dies multiple times to give them that crisp, ultra-detailed look. The finish is flawless. The S mint mark below the date is clear. And for some coins, especially the best of the best, the contrast between the mirror-like background and the frosted design is absolutely stunning. But what sets certain 1980 proof pennies apart is perfection. The highest graded proof coins, those with zero imperfections, we're talking PR69 and PR70 condition, are the real moneymakers. Combine that perfect grade with deep cameo or ultra cameo contrast, and you've got something truly rare on your hands. These aren't just coins, they're trophies in the world of coin collecting. Now, imagine you've got one of these. You look at it under the light. It sparkles. No scratches. No haze. A deep, rich tone. The details on Lincoln's face are so sharp, you could almost count the lines in his beard. That's the level of quality that collectors are hunting for. And they are willing to pay serious cash to get their hands on it. How much are we talking? Let's not beat around the bush. Some of these rare 1980 proof pennies, in top condition, have sold for as much as $2,700. And if you've got a coin that checks every single box, flawless grade, full deep cameo finish, and that eye-popping visual perfection that screams collector's dream, you're looking at a top-tier sale. And hold on tight, because the highest recorded value for a 1980 proof penny? $79,000. Yes. A penny. From 1980. $79,000. Let that sink in. 1 cent turned into $79,000. Now think about that old proof set sitting in a closet. Maybe it was handed down to you. Maybe you bought it at a flea market. Maybe it's been buried in a safe for decades. It's time to dig it out. Take a good, hard look at that 1980 penny. Hold it under a light. Does it have that powerful mirror shine? Do the features look sharp, like it was just minted yesterday? Can you see the S mint mark? No scratches? No blemishes? If you think you might have a winner, don't guess. Get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. That's how real value is determined. And if it comes back with a top grade, your 1 cent coin could become your biggest payday. So before you spend another penny without looking, before you toss that proof set back into the attic, remember this. That little coin could be your next big break. Don't miss your chance to turn a single penny into a life-changing check. Because some 1980 proof pennies have sold for $2,700, and others, the rarest of the rare, have sold for a jaw-dropping $79,000. Your future might just be copper-coated. Hit that like button, subscribe for more unbelievable coin finds, and share this video. Someone you know might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Thanks for watching. Now go check your change. Top 6. You probably think pennies are worthless, just 1 cent, right? But what if I told you that one small American penny from 1990, especially the ones that came from the official US Mint proof sets, could be worth thousands of dollars today? Yes, thousands. And that penny might be sitting in your collection, your attic, or even in a dusty box somewhere, waiting to be discovered. Proof pennies are not your everyday coins. They're the cream of the crop, made specifically for collectors. The US Mint carefully produces these proof pennies with a process that's far more intricate than regular pennies you find in your pocket. Instead of a single strike, these coins are struck multiple times on specially polished dies, creating a coin that looks almost like a tiny mirror. The surface shines with a deep, glass-like finish, and every detail is crisp and clear, a perfect example of coin craftsmanship. The 1990 proof penny is especially sought after. It has the S Mint mark, indicating it was struck at the San Francisco Mint as part of a proof set. These proof sets were sold to collectors and enthusiasts who wanted coins in the highest quality possible. That means the coins were handled with extreme care, and many remain in pristine condition decades later. But here's the thing, not all 1990 proof pennies are created equal. To be worth thousands, your coin has to be in excellent condition, basically flawless. We're talking about coins graded PR69 or PR70, the highest grades given by professional coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC. These coins show virtually no imperfections. When you hold one up to the light, it gleams. No scratches, no discoloration, no wear. It's like a coin frozen in time, perfect in every way. Collectors go crazy for these kinds of coins because they're incredibly rare. Most proof pennies, even those kept in collections, show some signs of wear over the years. But the ones that remain perfect, with that deep cameo or ultra cameo contrast, where the design is frosted and the background is mirror-like, are the true treasures. Now let's talk money. Because that's what everyone wants to know. How much can you really make? Recent auction records and sales have shown that 1990 proof pennies in pristine condition start around $2,700. That's right, just one penny can be worth more than $2,000 if it's the right one. And as you can imagine, coins in absolutely flawless condition with that incredible ultra cameo finish have been known to sell for even more. While the 1990 penny doesn't reach the eye-popping values of some other rare coins, the top examples have been known to bring in prices up to $5,000. That's $5,000 for a coin that cost 1 cent when it was minted. So, if you have a 1990 proof set sitting around, or if you ever got your hands on a proof penny, this is the moment to check it out. Take it out, look carefully, and inspect that S Mint mark right under the date. Hold it in good light. Does it shine like a mirror? Is it perfect, with no scratches or marks? If so, you might just be holding a small fortune. The best next step is to send it to a professional grading company. They will examine it under magnification, verify its condition, and give it an official grade. That grade will determine its value in the collector market and can make all the difference when it comes to selling it. Collectors are hunting for these coins. Demand is growing. The market is competitive. And as time goes on, well-preserved proof pennies like this only become rarer and more valuable. So, don't overlook your pennies. Not all are created equal, and sometimes the tiniest coin can be your biggest payday. Just imagine, some 1990 proof pennies have sold for as much as $2,700, and the very best examples have been known to fetch prices up to $5,000. That single penny could be the key to a serious cash windfall. Go check your collection now. You never know what treasure you might find. Top 7. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you looked at a penny and thought it could be worth more than your rent, more than your paycheck, maybe even more than your entire car? Most people walk past pennies on the sidewalk. Some toss them into a drawer and forget about them. But today, I'm going to tell you why a specific 1998 penny, not from your pocket change, but from an official US Mint proof set, is turning heads and cashing in big time. This is the coin that looks just like every other Lincoln penny, until you really see it. Then it hits you, this is no ordinary coin. This is precision, rarity, and hidden value all packed into one tiny, copper-plated treasure. In 1998, the US Mint released a series of proof coins, collector-grade coins, not intended for circulation. These were struck in San Francisco, and you'll know you're looking at one by the small, sharp S Mint mark under the date. But here's what sets these coins apart. They're made using specially polished dies, struck multiple times, and treated with care so intense, it borders on obsession. That process results in a flawless, mirror-like surface with ultra-sharp detail. Now most proof pennies are beautiful, yes, but only a few are perfect. And that's where the magic, and the money, begins. Some of these 1998 proof pennies have been graded by top services like PCGS and NGC at PR 69 and even PR 70. We're talking practically perfect coins. Coins with deep cameo or ultra cameo finishes. That means the background is like black glass, while Lincoln's bust pops off the coin in a frosted white, clean, crisp, dramatic. These aren't just coins. These are masterpieces. Now imagine this, you're holding one of those coins right now. It's sitting in an old proof set, maybe given to you as a gift, or inherited from a relative. You've looked at it before, but never really looked. You had no idea that this small coin could be worth more than a luxury vacation. But guess what? It can. Collectors all over the country are scrambling to find these ultra-rare, high-grade 1998 proof pennies. And when they find one that checks every box, flawless surface, perfect strike, intense contrast, they're pulling out their wallets fast. Now let's talk numbers. Because the value here isn't just emotional, it's financial. Serious money has already changed hands for this coin. This isn't a theory. This isn't speculation. This is the market, and it's booming. Some verified 1998 proof pennies have sold for as much as $2,700. That's real cash, paid out for just 1 cent, but in perfect condition. And for those ultimate grade examples, the pristine coins with absolutely no flaws, certified by professionals, preserved like time capsules, they've sold for a mind-blowing $56,000. Yes. You heard that right. One tiny, copper-colored penny. $56,000. That's not pocket change. That's life-changing money. And you might be holding one right now without even realizing it. So here's what you need to do. Go find that 1998 proof set. Open it up. Pull out the penny. Look for the S Mint mark under the date. Hold it up to the light. Is it flawless? Is Lincoln's face sharp, the background deep and glossy? No scratches? No haze? No nicks? If so, you just might be holding a jackpot. Send it in to be graded. PCGS. NGC. These companies will authenticate it, grade it, and turn your maybe into a yes. And if it comes back as a PR 70 Ultra Cameo, you'll understand why people are calling the 1998 proof penny one of the most valuable sleepers in modern US coin history. So don't throw away your pennies. Don't ignore your proof sets. Because while everyone else is stepping over 1-cent coins, you could be the one cashing in. Some of these 1998 proof pennies have already sold for $2,700. And the most flawless examples? They've sold for as much as $56,000. That's the power of knowing what to look for. Your penny could be your next big payday. Top 8. Imagine holding a coin so small, so simple, yet so unbelievably valuable, and not even knowing it. That's exactly what's happening with a special kind of 1977 penny. We're not talking about the pennies in your spare change jar, we're talking about a proof coin. A 1977 Lincoln penny pulled straight from a US mint proof set, a coin that could be worth thousands of dollars today. Yes. You heard that right. 1 cent, worth thousands. And most people have no idea they might already own one. You see, in 1977, the United States Mint in San Francisco created these special collector's coins called proofs. These coins weren't made for circulation. They were struck with incredible precision using specially polished dies and planchets. The result? Coins with mirror-like backgrounds and razor-sharp designs. Absolute perfection, the kind of perfection that collectors obsess over. And that's where this story gets good. Because not all proof coins are created equal. Some of them come out flawless. No scratches. No nicks. No haze. Just pure, polished brilliance with a deep cameo contrast, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait appears frosted and the background shines like glass. These are the top-tier coins, the ones that professional grading companies look at and say, "This is as close to perfect as it gets." And those are the coins that make people rich. Now, the 1977 proof penny is one of the most overlooked treasures in American coin collecting. Why? Because people assume newer coins aren't valuable. But here's the truth, coins don't have to be 100 years old to be rare and expensive. Sometimes it's about condition. Sometimes it's about scarcity. And sometimes it's about the collector market waking up and realizing how special a coin truly is. That's exactly what's happening with the 1977 proof penny right now. The market is heating up. Collectors are scrambling. And coins in top condition are bringing in jaw-dropping prices. So how do you know if your 1977 penny is one of the valuable ones? Start by checking if it came from a proof set. Look for the S mint mark under the date. That tells you it was made in San Francisco as part of the collector's edition. Then, look at the surface. Does it shine like a mirror? Is Lincoln's profile crisp, with perfect edges and no signs of wear? Can you see a dramatic contrast between the frosted design and the glossy field? If yes, stop what you're doing and get that coin graded. Send it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. If your coin comes back with a top grade, PR69 or, better yet, PR70 with deep cameo, you could be looking at a serious payout. And no, we're not talking about a few extra bucks. We're talking about real, tangible, bank account changing cash. Here's the reality. Some 1977 proof pennies have already sold for as much as $2,700. But that's not even the ceiling. The highest graded, perfectly preserved, ultra-rare examples, the ones that collectors would do anything to own, have sold for an eye-widening $66,000. That's right, a single penny. From a 1977 proof set. $66,000. Just imagine, you're holding a 1-cent coin, something that's been hiding in a box for years, and it turns out to be worth more than a brand new car. That's not luck, that's knowledge. That's knowing what to look for and acting on it. So go check your collection. Look through those old proof sets. Dig through that drawer of coins your grandparents gave you. Because your next big payday might be sitting in a plastic case with a date that reads 1977. And remember, some of these rare 1977 proof pennies have already sold for $2,700. And the finest examples, the flawless showstoppers, have brought in as much as $66,000. It's time to stop ignoring pennies, because the right one could make you rich. Top 9. Today's video is going to blow your mind, because we're talking about a little coin that could bring you big money, and chances are, you might already have one lying around your house. So hold on tight and grab your coin jars, because what looks like an ordinary 1993 penny could actually be your lucky lottery ticket in disguise. Now, before you scroll away thinking, "Oh come on, it's just a 1-cent coin," let me tell you, this isn't your everyday penny. This is a special kind of penny, the 1993 Lincoln cent from the United States Mint Proof set. And trust me, collectors are going crazy over it. But wait, what makes this tiny coin so special? Why is it creating so much buzz in the collector world? Here's the deal. In 1993, the US Mint struck millions of regular pennies, but only a limited number were carefully minted for collectors in what's called a proof set. These are not your pocket change coins. These were never meant to circulate. Proof coins are struck with razor-sharp detail, mirror-like backgrounds, and a flawless finish. Each one is crafted with extreme precision, and it shows. But here's where it gets spicy. Among those proof pennies, some came out with near-perfect conditions that are practically untouched by time. We're talking deep cameo contrast, no scratches, and absolute mint sharpness. These elite coins are what collectors dream about. The kind of coins that never hit the general public. The kind of coins that disappear into private collections, until they resurface years later and set auctions on fire. And guess what? That's exactly what's happening now. Some 1993 proof pennies, real coins from the official US Mint proof sets, are suddenly making waves on the market. Experts and coin dealers are reporting skyrocketing demand, especially for those in pristine condition graded by top grading services like PCGS or NGC. If you've got one in high grade, you're sitting on a gold mine. But what's behind this explosive value surge? It's simple. Rarity, condition, and the thrill of the hunt. There's a rising number of collectors chasing after the best of the best, and that pushes prices higher every year. The 1993 proof penny has become one of those sleeper coins, quiet for years, now in the spotlight, and heating up fast. You're probably wondering, alright, but how much are we actually talking about here? Let me break it down for you. These pennies, yes, the ones from the 1993 proof sets, have recently sold at auction and through private dealers for mind-blowing amounts. We're not talking a few bucks or even $100. Hold your breath. Some of these coins have been valued at $2,700, $3,500, even reaching $6,000 in top-grade condition. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin worth $6,000. So the next time you see a 1993 penny, or if you own a proof set from that year, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. It might just be one of those rare gems. And if it is, you could be staring at thousands of dollars in the palm of your hand. Before you go, hit that like button if this surprised you, and share this video so others don't accidentally spend a fortune at the corner store. Drop a comment if you've got a 1993 penny and want help figuring out what it's worth. And make sure to subscribe, because we've got more treasure hunting tips coming up that could change your life. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pocket change be full of hidden fortune. Top 10. What if I told you there's a tiny copper coin, just 1 cent in your hand, that could be worth more than your entire car? Or even more than your bank account? Yes, we're talking about an American penny. But not just any penny, the mysterious, highly sought after, and massively underappreciated 1981 Lincoln penny from the official US Mint proof set. Now hold on. Don't click away thinking this is just pocket change hype. This story isn't some urban legend or internet myth. This is real. And the numbers are shocking. Let's dive deep into why this little coin from 1981, a year most people overlook, is suddenly making collectors and coin dealers all across the country lose their minds. See, in 1981, the US Mint produced 2 types of Lincoln cents, regular business strike pennies that went into everyday circulation, and then something special. Proof coins carefully struck for collectors only. These weren't released into the wild. These were minted with extra care, extra shine, and extreme detail. Now listen closely. There were 2 different mint mark types used for the 1981 S-proof penny. The Type 1 had a blobby, weaker S mint mark. But then came the Type 2, and that's the one turning heads. This Type 2 version has a clear, sharply defined S mint mark. It's rare. It's beautiful. And in high grade, it's one of the most desirable modern Lincoln cents ever made. Why? Because the US Mint didn't tell anyone about the difference. Collectors had to find out the hard way, by looking, inspecting, and comparing. Over time, they realized that the Type 2 was far scarcer, and that scarcity drives prices through the roof. But here's the catch: even among proof coins, not all are created equal. Some 1981's pennies from the proof set survived the decades in absolutely perfect condition. Coins that look like they were struck yesterday. Coins with deep cameo contrast, meaning frosted Lincoln, mirrored background, flawless strike. When those perfect coins are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and they come back with top marks like PR69 or PR70, that's where the story gets crazy. Collectors are hunting these down. And they're not just hunting casually. They're paying big money. You're probably wondering, what kind of money are we talking about? Let me paint the picture for you. A single 1981's Type 2 proof penny in near perfect condition, certified by a trusted grading service, is a dream come true for serious collectors. These are not coins you spend. These are coins you protect, vault, and insure. Because they're not worth just a few bucks. These coins have sold for as little as $2,700, climbed to $12,000, and yes, even reached mind-blowing figures like $86,000 in exceptional condition at the right time, with the right collector bidding. Yes. You heard that right. A 1-cent coin worth $86,000. And to think, some of these coins were tucked away in drawers, forgotten in original proof set packaging, sitting in the back of closets across America. So if you've got a 1981 proof set from the US Mint, go dig it out. Look closely at the S Mint mark. Is it crisp and clear? Could it be the rare Type 2? If it is, and it's flawless, you may be holding one of the rarest modern pennies ever struck. A penny that could literally change your life. Smash that like button if this opened your eyes. Drop a comment if you own any 1981 proof sets. We might be able to help you figure out what you have. And hit subscribe, because we're dropping more of these hidden gem stories that could turn your spare change into serious cash. This is more than coin collecting. This is treasure hunting, and your next big find might just be one copper penny away.